So today I'm with Anthony. Anthony, I first met you July 21st of last year, 2021.
Yes, sir.
It's almost been a year. And in that time, how have you been?
Honestly, just pushing forward, really just trying to get rid of a drug habit, in which I have been, dealing with family. I have a little boy now, so everything, really, I'm just sitting there really just trying to really get rich like everyone else. You gotta stack your paper.
Gotta stack paper?
Yeah.
Gotta work?
Yeah, in and out of jobs, really. Fast food is what I shop for, because I have a face tattoo, so kind of ruined my up on the money level, really.
How old is your son now?
My little boy's 1.5. He's about to turn 2 in February. No, August. Yeah.
And have you been trying to go to treatment centers? Like, what proactive steps have you taken to try to get clean?
Honestly, my proactive, I went to jail. So that was how I got clean. I stayed in jail for a couple of months, and then when I got out, I just figured it wasn't something to put myself through, you know what I'm saying? So with treatment centers, and I never really thought, I went through a treatment center when I was 18, and yeah, dude, it was lovely, but see, they cost a lot, especially if you don't have access to the following. But I do have, like, there's a couple that I would, say to go to, but family livings, yeah, that was one that I went to, and they had the out-of-state program. But nah, recently that one was jail, and not just the jail situation, because that was whatever. It was actually being away from family. That was what turned me off from the whole thing. Drugs is not something you want to follow. You see, I'm doing a lot better now, actually. At least I feel better.
And when did you get out of jail?
About 3 weeks ago. I'm honestly only picked up like 2-3 trays since. Another perch, so off the rip.
So you got out of jail after 2 months. You were clean, and
yes, sir.
Unfortunately, you've touched the blues a few times only.
Yeah, it's way better than last time, though.
Yeah, you look a little different. You cut your hair, right?
Yeah.
Your hair's gone.
And my hair is gone.
Used to have longer hair.
Yeah, now I'm working on my smile. I gotta get my teeth. I'm honestly trying to get all silver. Just to throw that in, yeah.
All silver?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you mentioned treatment centers.
Correct.
But and you also mentioned you're trying to look for a job. If anybody's hiring, what are you willing to work at?
I'm honestly willing to work any position, all availability. And when I say that, I mean it. Like, really, I'm not bad. I show up every day. I do, hard work as a regular man. Construction, anything. I'll do inside, outside. All I have is a diploma to offer. But other than that, I am willing and capable to do all following positions. Unless it requires school, then that's further information towards it.
So what have you worked at in the past? Where have you been?
Just fast food. I did a roofing company, but then I had to get qualifications to wear and go up higher levels, and I never followed through with it. But
okay,
it was horrible, actually. Roofing is horrible.
It's too hot for that, right?
It's way hot, dude.
And how's your family doing? Were they happy that you got out after 2 months clean? Your mom?
100%, yep. Back living at home with my mom. I mean, the road's been kind of bumpy, because mothers always care too much. But I'm happy to be where I'm at.
Okay, so you do have family support that'll help you, somewhere to crash out for the night.
100%.
That's good, right?
Yes, sir. Always is.
So a lot of people complain that when they get out of treatment, there's really no support. There's nowhere for them to sleep at night, and so they end up in the street. But you're fortunate because you do have, that family support. So
right.
you have an advantage over a lot of people, right?
100%, really.
Do you think you're making the most of that opportunity, though?
Not necessarily, because I I seem to get distracted fast, you know. So like I'll go and get a job, but then I'll look towards another way and there's friends, you know. So that is something I do need to change and that I'm working on. But everything happens for a reason, you know.
Yeah. When I saw you earlier, I didn't recognize you, and because again I haven't seen you in almost a year, and you look different, short hair, and you asked me for food. You're like, hey, I don't like robbing people. I don't like stealing. I'm hungry. Can you get me some food? And then I said, hey, have I talked to you before? You're like, yeah, you look familiar. You look like some guy that interviewed me last year.
Well, I know. What are the odds of that? That's crazy. Because really, I was just starving, dude. I was like, damn, I gotta ask the next person.
Yeah.
You know.
So that was me. The next person was me, and we sat down and ate together, and you do look better than last time. Last time you're a lot more. You're hyped up. You're angry. You know, and I don't know if you're coming up, coming down, but
a
little bit of both, right?
Yes, sir.
But Anthony, I hope that you get your life straight, man, for your son, your mom, yourself, because you're what, 23 now?
Yes, sir. Yep, just turned 23, June 16.
Well, happy belated birthday. What do you want your future to be, Anthony?
Honestly, I want to be a family man. I've done a lot of drugs. I've done a lot of violence. I've done a lot of participating in uncurricular activities, and going with that, I never liked them. I always wanted to be at home with my girlfriend, holding, loving, you feel me? So, off the rip, I want to be a family man, just someone that works a regular job, comes home like everyone else. It's never too good to stand out unless you got a lot of money to put down. That's what I was kind of taught.
And what advice do you have for people out there, for youngsters that are, there's 13, 14, 15-year-olds out here on the street, Anthony? What would you tell them? What would you advise them about this lifestyle?
Not to follow through with it. There's nothing you can really say to somebody to put in their head when they're young, because they're always going to be like, all right, well, I want to try it first. But from the start, I would honestly just have to say, bro, don't go with it. You're going to love it then. The one thing that always caught my eye that no one ever told me was all right, try it, but you're just gonna love it now. Wait to the long run, like wait until that year where you had fun the whole year doing drugs, but your homie that didn't do drugs worked his ass off, but he's sitting at the light in a new car driving past you, saying what's up, while you're sitting there with the same thing that you don't love but you love still. You know what I'm saying? And that was really where I fucked off the rip. That was one thing I regret. But yeah, that's what I got to say, dog. If you're a kid and you're in my shoes, always try and do better, man. If you can always go back and think about that shit, like think about it. Like if someone asks if you want to hit, you gotta think about that. Like it's really a long run. And listen, like no one dies tomorrow. It's not planned like that. I would say just think about it, dog, but just still live your life and enjoy every moment.
And Anthony, what about parents? What would you tell parents that their children are getting rebellious? They're at that those young teenage years where they want to do their own thing. What advice do you have for parents that are trying to protect their kids?
Really bite down. If you can punish your kids enough to stay in the house, do that. For all parents. And I know that sounds shitty towards teenagers and, kids that want to hang out. Be strict. Be as strict as possible. Strict will always have that kid in a way better mindset, future. If you can guide your child to the future you wanted, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You made them, So...
Absolutely. That's really good advice from somebody that knows, because you're out here living this lifestyle. But, there's hope for you, Anthony.
Correct.
So don't give up on yourself. There's always hope. And when we're eating, you were talking, I said, what's new? What's new? And you're like, you know what? I'm at the bottom, but there's nowhere else to go but up, right?
Correct.
So
that's really shit ever. There's nowhere else to go except for up. And now that I've hit the bottom completely, even involving my parents, you only have so much from, you know, and even when you do have them, that the money shit flies out the window, you know. Hey mom, could I get $5, you know, to go with my friends to the movies? Hell no. You're gonna go do something with it. Or hell no, I don't got it. And yeah, it adds up sometimes, bro. You'll end up being right there in the streets with no clothes, no food, no money to get a drink in the gas station. And that's the shit that really matters, you know?
Absolutely. So Anthony, thank you very much for talking to me. I really appreciate you. Please stay safe.
100%.
We'll stay in contact. I'll give you my number, my card with my number, so you can call me if you need a ride at a treatment center. If you want somebody to talk to, we'll stay in contact. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.